subclass. This is our next lesson in Excel. It's actually on recording macros, which kind of really increases the capabilities of Excel for you and for the users of your spreadsheets. So what exactly is a macro? It's a series of commands and functions that can be automated. So it's what you normally would have to do step by step can be done in a single step. Okay. And when you say running a macro, it means you are actually initiating the specific commands that are written in the code. That language is Visual Basic language, which is specific to Microsoft products. Basically, you hit record macro, which I'll show you how to do, and you run through a bunch of steps that are kind of common steps that you might be doing a lot. And then when you stop recording, it's assigned to that macro, and then whenever you run that macro, it will automatically run those steps. Okay, so we'll give some examples of that. Okay, uses though, just automating annoying formatting. Okay, performing a calculation or making a chart that you need to do frequently, and it really increases the user interface. So if you have a chart where users enter a bunch of data and then you wanted to do something with that data, you can have a macro connected to a button that then run some functions based on that data for the user. Okay, Visual Basic and macros, they're all in the developer tab again, which we've used in the past. Okay, so I'm gonna do an example for you, and then we'll kind of look at the more detailed specifics of VBA. Okay, I'm just gonna make a title macro. Okay, so I have title written here. I want to format this and assign it to a macro. Okay, so I'm gonna start clicked on title, and we'll talk about why that's important. Okay, and I'm just gonna hit record macro. Okay, I'm gonna say title. Okay, and I can even assign it to a shortcut key. So Control plus T. Okay, so then I hit OK. Okay, and now it's recording. So everything I do now is going to be attached to that macro. Okay, so I want to merge and center this with a bunch of cells. So from B to H. So then I hit merge and center. Okay, I'm going to fill it with not yellow. Let's fill it blue. Okay, we got to make the text white so it can be seen. Okay, like this. No, you do whatever you want. Let's do that. Okay, I'm going to bold it. Okay, I'm going to italicize it. I'm going to make it font 20. Okay, and so then I'm going to go back to developer. I'm going to hit stop recording. Okay, so now that macro is recorded through lines of code. So if you go to Visual Basic and click modules, module 1, and double click it, there's the written code for our first macro. Okay, so you can need to learn to edit this to some degree, but obviously never just write this because it's done for you. But once again, you can see this is the code that's going to run those steps for us. Okay, when we go. Cool. Okay, so then we're going to add a button. Okay, so then we're going to go back to developer, which we are still in, and click insert button form. Click here. Okay, and then all of a sudden it says assign macros, which is convenient. So there's our title. Okay, hit OK, and then make it, change the name, double click it to change the name, and make it title maker. It's the worst name ever, but that's what we go with. Okay, so then if I click it, like let's say we want to do this one, title, click it, it doesn't do it. It's just updating these specific cells. Okay, so we'll talk about relative references, talk about how to fix that, which is similar to calculations in Excel with referencing. Okay, but to kind of show you that this does work, I'm going to get this back to normal formatting. So I'm going to unmerge. Okay, I'm going to go back to white, black font. Okay, I'm going to bold, italicize, and make it 11. Okay, so now back to where we were. Okay, even white. Okay. Borders are still white, but that's okay. Oh, it's because I made it a white background. Let's make it no background. No fill. Okay, now we're back to normal. Okay, so then now if I click this, bam, it does it. So that's how you record a macro. Okay, once again, we want it so like whatever cell we click, then we hit title maker and it does it. That's what we want to do. So how would we do that? So let's start here. Okay, let's go to developer and let's make sure we click use relative references before. Okay, so that starts this macro, those lines of code based on the cell you have clicked, and we'll kind of see that in action in a sec. Okay, record macro. Okay, I'm going to call this title reference. Okay, I'm going to do all the same things again. Okay, merge and center, bold, italicize, font 20. Okay, and then we're going to change the color. Oops, make this white, make the background this. Okay, and then we're going to go back to developer and stop recording. Okay, and then we're going to insert button. Okay, and then we're going to do title reference. Okay, so that's our new macro. Then we're going to double click it to change it and be like, call it better title maker. Okay, so then if we put Mr. Lorenzoni here, make sure we have it selected, bam, it does it there. Okay, so there's times for each, there's times for each work, but that's the difference. If you don't have relative referencing, it's just going to do the cells you originally did the steps on. But if you use relative references, it's going to base it on the cell you have selected when you start your steps and start your recording your macro, and then when you run your macro. Okay, so that ends our introduction to macros. I think I'm going to make a few videos with hints for the assignment, but the assignment, for the most part, just has you do what we just did, just in a little more detail, but the last part is a little challenging, so I think I'm going to make a video to help you out with that. Okay, thank you.